about that?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Hooray! Hey, live.
Would you like a yellow or a water?
I would like a yellow Gatorade.
What happened?
There was something inside the orange
Oh.
Gatorade that I am...
Is it fermenting by chance?
It sure shouldn't be. Fuck.
It's loaded with salt and sugar, I thought.
Yeah,
Well, if
That's
it has
weird.
sugars, it can ferment.
I guess. Yeah, maybe that's extra good Gatorade then, guys. Like
Here.
our Gatorade.
Here you go.
All right. Hi, welcome to Into the Runaverse, our weekly, not weekly. It's mostly weekly.
Yeah. Very consistent, I feel like.
Yeah.
Barring illness and holidays.
Barring illness, I almost called off tonight, but I'm like, no.
The winter blues.
I just took a hot bath and have had nothing but liquids for the last 18 hours.
Oh no.
So,
Wow.
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm playing like a finely tuned trumpet, boys. TMI. Hi, welcome to our horror story. On that note, I am your host and dungeon master and friendly neighborhood short king, TJ, and this is our lovely group of adventurers. Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Thanks.
Liz will be here shortly.
Liz will be here shortly. At which point we'll make her say hello all by herself.
Do it.
Tall.
For every minute that she's late, she has to roll disadvantage on the same number of rolls.
Man, maybe, but you guys have proven to me that that doesn't matter when I impose those kind of things on you. Silly times, when it's mechanic, it always works. But anyway, we always like to plug something, another thing you can buy, something to expand your TTRPG collection or your D&D game, or bring like your tabletop stuff to life. But this week we're plugging a game called Fabula Ultima. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It was designed by two Italian brothers who won. It was like the golden, like the highest rank for like the Game Awards for that year. The year after they decided to write it. It is a TTJRPG. It is inspired by old school JRPGs, and a lot of the mechanics reflect that. Really easy to pick up. This is it. This is all you need. It's got everything. Game mastering, bestiary, equipment. It's all in here. It's pretty simple, very straightforward, a little more loosey-goosey, it looks like, than maybe more of the rigid stuff. But I'd like for us to check this out at some point. I don't know how yet, but...
Great.
yeah, check out Fabula Ultima. We'll keep that there. I guess Mike can keep checking it out.
Yeah, Mort's been transported to the anime realm.
That could be
Can
good or bad.
Braddock get devil fruit powers? Braddock wants the mochi fruit.
Oh,
I love the mochi.
Grailmore's gonna get hockey for sure.
All right.
You think that?
We can play the One Piece
They
tabletop.
I've done it.
They
Yeah.
revealed the cast. Adult Cassidy, or old Nate Cassidy's voiced by Vic Mignogna.
Oh, God.
And before we jump into the horror, we're going to jump into the horror.
Yeah.
Dragging my suit to a bar. I was marking off some of the jokes that we've done. There's some good ones in here that
Can
we
we
haven't
go
done
for
yet.
3 in a row? Okay.
Jeremy,
Where's my skill level at? 3 in a row. Let's go.
why did the rogue always pickpocket bards?
Oh.
Because they always had to beg for more.
No, they have the best loot. Thank you. Thank you. Kenny,
My streak has been broken.
why can only the bravest bards play the harp?
I don't know.
It takes a lot of pluck. Briggs. I wasn't sure if I wanted to prepare Levitate, but it has its ups and downs.
I'm guessing there.
Yeah.
There's no guessing.
True.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
submit you to
You
the
could have tried to
horror.
cut him off with your leg.
Mike, what's a Trian's favorite soda? Root beer.
Okay, yeah.
Also Sprite.
No, it's goddamn Coke. We're sponsored,
So
TJ.
John, how was the scholar able to get to the dungeon before the rest of the party?
By casting Misty Step.
She really booked it. Because she was a scholar. Thank you. Is that everybody? Good. Well, we'll save one for Liz at random when she gets here.
She will not appreciate that.
I know.
I'm pretty sure she laughed last time.
Yeah, actually, we got a ha. We got a good ha.
A very
hearty ha.
reluctant and sad ha.
Yes.
Damn it.
Nonetheless.
I think if we really commit when Liz gets here, we need to be dead silent until you give her a joke.
Yes.
Why is nobody talking? Because we're all dead.
You just sit there in silence until
The one time we needed Talani,
Yeah.
you weren't here.
We were in a
And now we're all
barrel
dead.
tossing competition, and it was life or death, and you weren't here.
comes back.
Oh no!
Also, last but not least, of course, check out our Into the Runaverse book. You can go to the link on our site or find it on Amazon. And if you just go to the link tree, you get a link to all of them. But you can get the Kindle soft or hardcover on Amazon or the PDF off our website. And without further ado,
This is the fanciest.
I like it.
what is it?
It's gum. It's the
Oh, wow. That is
fanciest
very fancy
containers
gum.
of gum.
Without further ado,
That's like a
and
cigarette
fighting
holder.
through my nasal
Better
congestion,
reuse that. For joints or something.
That's what I was thinking. It's like a cigarette holder.
we are jumping into
The Runaverse.
the Runaverse. Roll credits.
We're falling into the universe.
We're going back to the Runaverse.
What's up, Danger?
Last time, you guys traversed the Mourningriver Straits. That is a huge dice bag.
What do you mean? Explain.
It's
Is
just,
that
it's
is
just
that
the
Laura
strings.
Bailey's? The one that we
No,
saw
this
the
is
Critical
just
Role
this is the cheap Amazon one.
Oh, nice. Still, hey.
Because my cat chewed the strings off of my other one.
Oh man.
And
I
that's
think
Liz.
Yep, that's Liz. You guys arrived at the Mourningriver Chateau, which is sort of like from where you are, the end of the Straits or the start of the Straits if you're coming from the Great Mountain Key. Upon arriving, you guys decided to go out into town, just sort of explore around a bit, poke around. Found a blacksmith, brokered some deals, and then made your way to meet.
Hi. Oh, God. Oh. It's worse than everyone, like, looking at me and being upset.
I know. Hey Liz,
What?
what's the best spell to comfort your friend with?
Summon hot cocoa?
Oh, that's a good one. Whole person.
It's Fireball.
It's fireball.
I lost my book, which would have been terrible because this is the best book I've ever possessed in my whole
Thank
life.
you.
But I found it. It was holed away after my purge when I cleaned up my house for my mother-in-law. Anyway,
Proceed.
blacksmith.
You guys saw that Talani had mysteriously gone missing from the Sky Chateau restaurant.
I had to go to the
You
bathroom.
had to go to the bathroom. You couldn't find her. You guys did notice that the town had a bit of an Illbrooke guard presence. Sort of walking around, not like a military, occupation, but they're there. So somebody from that area was here as you guys were walking around. Pardon me. Jeremy. He's like, what is he typing?
Yeah.
He's taking down a transcript.
Yeah.
I didn't take my meds today, gang. I don't know what
You
you're
guys,
expecting.
some of you saw that there was a character not so discreetly hiding in the shadows. You followed them through the serpentine hallways of the Mourningriver Chateau, while also losing your friends Grailmore and Cassidy.
No one was surprised about Grove.
Yeah, that was
Cassidy was different. That was different.
Now, Grailmore and Cassidy awoke to a room which held Talani, who was enjoying some good fruit and wine and cheese. But it seemed to be a room, no windows, but very lavishly decorated. The door opened to reveal a figure. Meanwhile, the party caught up to this figure at the exact same moment, and you guys came face to face with Sir Edmunton Derivier Mourningriver.
Kidnapper.
He revealed to you guys, he revealed to you guys that, as he produced some wanted posters, that Ursule Illbrooke was present in the building. That she had come to meet with him, and she brought these with her. But he has taken it to sort of stealing you away before anything bad could happen. He seems to be at least for the moment, well-intentioned. You did just meet him, and he did kind of kidnap at least 2 of you. So.
Hey, we're friends with Cassidy. He said watch out for the women.
That's true. You know what? That is a fair statement.
Maybe we'll make another friend.
I told you I made a bad first impression, and I apologize for it already.
You know, Ursule Illbrooke could actually be into that first impression. So.
Yeah, it turns out these guys are hitting it off.
So,
Very cautious.
you guys. Oh, you also met
Oh yeah.
Thuk, right?
Yes, Thuk Jamberly.
You got a
We
name
didn't
and
meet him. We knew him before.
yeah, you knew him, but we got a name for him. We kind of joined the crew.
Not union member number 729.
He's an orc who's building a jetpack.
But you guys are here in this cell? Question mark? It's like a 20 by 20 lavishly decorated with throw pillows and blankets and chaises.
It's the newly refurbished chamber.
Pretty much, yeah. Exactly.
Might be better than the old defense.
That was
Take
once
them.
bad.
Take them to the newly refurbished chamber that was once bad.
It's now good.
So Sir Ed looks to all of you and says, "Word of your deeds has spread far and wide and has reached us even here at Mourningriver, and it has inspired me. So when I saw your unmistakable visages stepping off of your ship and going about town, I immediately recognized you to the wanted posters and did not want such."
Also, you're creeping on us.
Yes.
It's official. We are now the Straw Hat Pirates.
Grail War's the
about
one
my
in the
bounty
corner of the wanted poster. Oh my god, I'm infamous!
I
That's
know.
my bounty. I grabbed the one in the poster.
Yeah, I think
Braddock
were we
doesn't see
still
one.
drunk?
That's right. The government covered it up. Be part of the union.
Bless
its
you.
benefits.
I'm a government psyop.
Yeah, it turns out Braddock's just a
Yeah, I'm
triple
pretty sure I'm
agent.
still-
We're still drunk. We had 3 drinks.
He looks to Talani and Cassidy and Grailmore and says, "I apologize for my aggressive means of getting you here, but understand that if any of the guards saw you, I could do nothing to keep Ursule from whatever she meant to do.
Sorry, who are we talking to? I thought this was Ursule.
This is Sir Edmunton Derivier Mourningriver. He's the
Okay.
dude whose castle you're in.
This guy's
Okay,
wearing
okay,
what?
He is a very silly boy, but he really means the best. He's a vampire.
silly
As you
little
guys are
morning
in the
boy.
Mourningriver, or in the kind of Gravemouth Key now, you've noticed that about half the town is vampiric. It's about, I guess it's about a 30-30-30 of mortals, vampires, and Dampier offspring. And for the most part, you guys have noticed that none of the vampires are like, you know, it seems to be a very symbiotic and copacetic situation they got here. Which we had kind of established, at least Sirmia was aware of. She knows that approximately in this area, the presence of vampires is pretty, it's as common as seeing a mortal. But with that, there's also a sort of secondary nobility, a sort of mirrored aristocracy that is a vampire court.
But you also can't forget vampires'
sounds like a
true
great
nature.
TV show.
And some of them
Sounds like an
still
awesome band.
probably do that. I would assume.
That's sort of like
like
the
an
underground
old-school
court
emo
stuff.
band. Yeah.
It's not done in public. Not all vampires do that, but there are definitely some. They're usually the more politically powerful ones.
I mean, vampires got it easy.
I would
Oh, yeah.
also like to remind you that I did just put my arm around the bellhop, and he is still here with us. I brought him with us.
Oh, that's right. The bellhop is with you. Bring your man. Could you put me down, please?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Thanks. Sir Edmunton. I can trust my boy that this is something that we can keep on the DL, as you young folks say.
I don't know
How
what
old
that
are
means.
Uh,
Could you explain
who are
that
you
a
asking
little?
that to?
Sorry, common is actually not my first
Sir
language.
Edmunton Derivier Mourningriver.
Could you say that
I just
in the
immediately
long
think
form
of
for me?
It's like,
the
oh my
down,
God. You
I believe, hush, hush, as it were.
I understand
Such
that.
old language.
And the young guy kind of looks to
Meanwhile, Braddock's just like, yeah, that is what the kids say.
looks to him and looks to all
Roll
of
me a
you.
Riz check.
I'm
Sorry, what? What was that?
And he says, yes, sir.
My Riz is
Yes.
20.
What?
What?
In fact, why don't you just accompany us so, till you calm your nerves, you seem to have been brought along. He's like, yes, I'll, if you want, sir, because he just heard the entire discourse between you guys, we could use some of the, back routes to get them to some of the chambers in the, the east wing of the chateau, where, we could get them in, like, some bedrooms for
Right.
safety. And he goes, yes.
You said east. I only speak in westerly directions.
Talk to me if you need the direction, kid. I'm the one who handles that.
I'm actually the navigator.
Before we continue,
It's an honorary title. Like this.
I need to ask. And he kind of flaps the wanted posters. What is it that has Ursule so interested?
How much?
You each have a 15,000 gold bounty on you.
Oh boy.
Wow.
I'm turning you all in.
Is that true for Cassidy? Because he's a more recent he's a more recent.
Brad-
Cassidy
Braddock,
has a 1,000.
Talani,
Wow.
Grailmore, Sirmia, Mort.
Who?
Is Sirmia's higher or is she also 15,000?
They're all 15,000.
I was just wondering if Braddock even had one.
They
I
don't
was
know
like,
about
government
my
connection,
antics.
covered up.
I'm too discreet.
Hey, what do I need to do to
Angelic.
get one of these wanted posters?
That's
Actually,
what I was
somebody
thinking.
else
Like,
committed
well,
crime and sold
Hey,
the stuff.
you
no,
wanna
wait
go-
a minute.
Exactly.
Is it nighttime right now?
Yep.
Okay, so this is actually nighttime Cassidy.
You want to go commit some mail fraud or something real quick?
No, and phrasing.
Oh wait, we're not.
I mean,
supposed
I don't
to go
really
outside.
know what to do the charges say on the wanted poster. Just help me refresh my memory. I am flattered.
Do they even have it listed, or
Yeah,
just
usually
the
a
same
bounty
one?
is just the face and a number.
Yes, it is and they're not
I mean, we've done
flattering
so much.
portraits been done of all of you. Or we could even say that they're because we've established that there's kind of photographs in this world. It's like the most unflattering photo that they could have found of you guys from across. Like,
Where did you find that?
Sepia tone, yeah, exactly. It's like the the National Enquirer ones where the celebrities like mid
moving
word,
a town guard or something.
Yeah.
Or is it a photo they took or a drawing?
If I guess it would look
The
more like
mental picture is just is blurry.
Look at that skinny kid's hair used to be so long.
I'm trying to think of what Braddock's worst photo would be now. Like, what would be that?
One which is not
you're
smiling.
just
I think that's literally, like, that's the only thing I can think of.
Grailmore's wanted poster is just him on the ground.
yeah, it's Gorillaz one poster is his dead body.
It's like the chalk outline on the...
Somehow when he freshly died in the sewer, too. So it's like, oh, that's how he looked.
Sadly enough,
to
he
know.
works
Who
as just
got
a
that
regular
picture?
Those
person.
people were like, "Wow, this is great composition." right?
Someone has
contrast
the
is
bad
wonderful.
Sanji portrait style one.
Oh yeah.
That might be Braddock.
The what? I'm
The
sorry.
bad Sanji portrait style
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Just like
Oh no, that's exactly what it is. I think it's like Braddock's full face, but they somehow forgot to put his beard on. And he's like, this doesn't even look like me.
And I'm assuming Cassidy does not have a wanted poster.
You
Uh,
look like a baby in that.
he does not. It's everybody from the Bailigar. So Paz has
Say,
one.
I hate Cassidy.
Pez.
Paz has one.
Speaking of which, Joel
Chrisitha has one.
expressed interest.
Oh.
I was gonna say, speaking of Paz, Joel has expressed interest in possibly coming back.
I do love Pez. It is
Our
silly voice.
anxiety-ridden rabbit friend.
Oh, that'd be perfect with a fox creature.
Oh my god. Just constantly like.
Every time he looks over.
Why you staring at me?
You look pretty tasty.
Yeah, like licking his lips. Oh, was I doing that again? Sorry.
Oh,
I always
sorry.
loved me a nice snack.
There's the picture of Talani is one in which she's like mid-groom. So like her forearm is covered in saliva and she's just like
Come on, I brush my teeth once a day.
and I brush my teeth twice a day.
Oh no, but eventually when it comes to Cassidy, there will be 2 separate wanted posters, one for one Cassidy and one for the other, so it would be a combined bounty of like 30,000.
This one's Cass, this one's Itty.
Which one's which might surprise you.
I feel like Mort's is somehow a candid photo of him like flexing in the mirror. That's
Like I said, I was gonna say, like Mort's
like one of those-
just very sad that everything's a bad picture. Mort's
No,
just a
no.
normal picture of himself. And he's like, oh,
And all of us are just like, oh God, Mort, you look terrible.
This
And then
is
they
the
got
worst.
no, wait.
This is what I submitted for my graduation.
Mort's wanted poster is of him the first time he got fade when he got drunk.
Literally him doing the fade exchange.
cleaning up the vinyl.
He's a drug dealer.
Carissa does is her trying to be restrained by like 3 police officers, and she's just like,
I remember that. I was there for that.
it's like, oh, that's my elbow.
Oh, does she know about our shit?
Are you asking Edmunton?
I'm on
Yeah,
2
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
posters.
I don't really know what you mean. I'm sure if she does she know what your ship looks like?
I
don't
can't.
know.
I don't know if she's ever seen it.
It looks like a ship.
I know that she took over Maltea for a second right before we left once.
But she was like on the actual ship. She wasn't like outside of the ship.
She didn't see the hole or anything.
Yeah, I mean she was kind of tunnel vision for Mono there.
Well, at the moment you are currently docked in the harbor. Yes.
I mean I can ring someone up and tell them to zip if she knows what our
Well,
ship looks
I
like.
would say that you could move to the private docks of the chateau, but that is currently where her ship resides. If
So there's a pretty high chance that she'll see our ship
correct.
if we move it to
Well,
a
it's
safer
also out in
place.
the open right now. I
Yeah.
do not know if there's there's a cove on one of the farther ends of the island that perhaps I could send some of my men to move your ship, or if we could send a message to perhaps someone who is still on the boat.
I pull out the sending stone and ring Cressida. She's the one that has a sending stone, right?
Yep, I think
We
Chris.
left. I literally, out of everyone on the ship, I was like, I trust you with this.
Well, because she's Lynette.
person.
Question, do you have access to a 24-hour print shop?
What?
Paper
Are we selling art?
Textiles.
Well, I suppose more textiles. But if we just put a banner over the SS, whatchamacallit, you know, or like over the name, and then she'll never know. And then we don't have to move it at all. Because we already paid the dock fees and everything. I don't want to deal with the hassle. I'm just channeling my open now.
What the fuck
I
do you
don't have to
want?
deal with it.
Is Chris at that kind of?
You're probably not safe in the dock. There's a cove.
What the fuck does that mean? I'm not safe in the docks.
Illbrooke's here.
Yeah, Ursule might see it, and she might know the name of our ship, cause she's like obsessed with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
can't see
yeah.
us, right?
You know,
We got bounties. 15,000 gold each.
15.
No
Did you see?
shit.
And you too, babe. 15,000 gold.
And we show her and I don't know if she can see it, but
it's just like a.
It's a voice call.
okay.
You don't know how cell phones work?
God.
Yeah,
I'm
we haven't
sorry,
had a
I
FaceTime yet. But she says, well, you know, if things
You're
get
the
ever too
team
tight, we can, you know, turn in whoever we don't like the most. But you
Well,
say
it
you
was
say something
nice
about
knowing you
about
all.
a duck. I remember last time we had
We'll break you.
One of the Advarian girls around.
Indeterminate amount of time, but we'll break you.
Ursule was got Maltea to be a little stabby, yeah?
Yeah, so she probably shouldn't know that Maltea's around. I mean, maybe she already knows mental connection and all that, but...
I don't really know how that power works.
You know, I'm not too keen on the psychic stuff either, but
Maybe Vaughn Maltea. Is she with you?
Is there a way... Do you know feign death?
I don't.
How far away are we from the ship?
If you ran, you could probably get there in like 8 minutes.
Okay, so I can't use Dimension Door to get there immediately.
That's more than 500 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to either teleport or like.
We're
do a few
probably
dimension doors.
running through city. We're probably like a mile away.
Yeah, it's not like a straight line, but it's like with stairs.
That's what
exactly.
I mean. Like having to run through a city.
Yep.
It's like, okay, sorry, excuse me,
Yep.
pardon me,
Pardon.
jump down the stairs.
Yep.
If
Parkour.
Grailmore was dashing the entire time, if he's dashing,
Yeah, but
he
Grillmore
would
doesn't know
vampire.
feign death.
he could carry someone while dashing.
We just need a barbarian dashing through the walls. 10,000 speed.
I mean, I could probably do that. I was trained as a barbarian once.
You said something about a cove somewhere. Is there somewhere safe we can go, or should I just sort of fuck off to one of the surrounding islands for the next few days?
I mean, either it is...
Maybe fuck off.
Johnny, I like you.
I like you too, Kasessa.
That's what she said to me
The
earlier.
cove is probably safe from guards. I don't know so much about
Could I
Ursule.
make a what would it be? A survival check to remember how close the nearby islands are.
I think an island would be safer for the psychic stuff.
That's a D20.
Also,
That was an nat 20 then.
touchdown, didn't we? I think we gave her the now see.
Oh.
It's kind of.
Oh.
Christopher does have an outfit here with you guys, so she can see and hear everything that you see and hear as long as you guys touch it. So whoever has the now see here, if you touch it, you
I
see
don't
and
have
hear what
one.
Christopher's seeing and hearing, and if she touches it, she can see and hear what whoever's wearing it.
I might have that.
Did Mort have it?
Actually, he might have.
I think Mort.
Yeah,
Christopher's like, yeah.
Her mind cannot
I
comprehend.
could just dilate the entire iris.
the connection call drops.
Wait, that's how we find Mort.
Well, no. Find is a strong word.
Upon gazing
Peer
upon
into
this
the depth.
eldritch horror.
TJ, I definitely did it. Good. I got like a 7, so I remember.
You couldn't think of a specific one. Since you are in the Gravemouth Key, it is a cluster of islands, so at most she might have like a half-hour drive ahead of her.
Okay. And I'll look at the Edmonton. Eddie, how far is the cove away from?
Is the cove down the opposite end of the private dock?
Yeah, like how far is this cove away from us currently?
We want it to be far. Preferably.
Far, but within, distance if we need.
The cove that you seek is but a mile around the coast of this island. A few minutes in a ship. Walking, it would take about a half hour, an hour. But distance-wise, I would assume, speaking of the telepathy that Ursule possesses, it seems that somebody of your crew is prone, or something has happened previously.
Ursule's little tentacles probably got in her brain a little too much, and now she's got access.
I see.
I'm not an expert.
I've seen some of the things which she can do.
Christopher,
With her.
I'm gonna probably say, go on to the like
Yeah.
Talani said, maybe F off.
Probably
a little
just.
bit.
Probably just.
Yeah.
Copy that. Fucking off.
Maybe not the first island. Maybe the second island.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
I like the half an hour within reach though, just in case we do need backup.
If we, yeah.
There's
Just
a
a
few
little bit of
peppered around
distance,
here.
yeah.
Like, I can find one. I'll find one that's suitable. Maybe even one that's got a little outpost for
Have
us.
the boys
what?
find some fruits and things like that on the island.
Because
Well,
Safi trust you.
I want to ask. I remember y'all speaking. Lortio had a bit of a resistance. Do you want him sticking around, or do you want him coming with us?
Resistance. What's he doing then? he has resistance.
From the telepathy.
Yeah, but why?
In Runa, I don't know if this is another fantasy, but in Runa, male drow have psychic resistance to female drow telepathy. If they're in the same bloodline, it's almost...
Impervious?
Yeah, but they have a natural sort of like...
Okay.
Because drow are so telepathic, but male drow are so rare in terms of the birth rate, part of that sort of mutation, as it were, is they also don't possess any like a male drow with psychic powers is astronomically rare in this world.
Instead of a psychic person.
Yeah. So Mono and Lortio are like most male drow,
Rock
born
prince.
born with 0 psychic powers, but they also it just bounces off them.
Thick-headed.
That's why
No echo.
Just how I like them.
Okay, yeah, sure. Send Lordio
Dummy
over.
thick skulls.
If he, I mean, he's got to be discreet. There are guards everywhere.
Yeah, that was me in my head.
I'm surprised we didn't get caught.
Tell
be
him
honest.
to behave if he comes.
the only reason you guys didn't
If
get
you
caught is
what?
because you rolled a pretty high roll last week to notice the guards.
Yep.
Yeah, but we walked all over town before noticing the guards.
Well, they're not. It's not like there's 100 of them. There's like maybe 24 guards littered throughout a whole city.
Okay.
And you guys, like, you're already looking different. He's 2 different characters, and it's like they're looking for your whole group. You got to keep in mind, like, the one who would stick out the most is Talani.
I mean, my disguise self is
From
probably
a big
gonna
kit.
wear
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Oh
So
wait,
like,
I thought you did your hat anyway.
Oh yeah, I did. I probably did my hat.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like the only people who would really stick out are covered. Like you with your bright red hair, you as the well-dressed lioness.
My disguise self.
I am
probably
very
wore
well
off.
dressed, yes.
You
Like a
you have a
fairly
weird bit of
average-
anonymity with your town guard.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
There's a lot of
always in a
dwarven
row,
guards.
Yeah.
with like the hood down.
So like, yeah,
It's a
not
little
like we were all
racist,
just
but, you know what,
walking
we'll use
down
for
Monroe
covering
Center.
now.
You're very basic.
Yeah.
It's like you
And
guys
yeah.
were walking around the
Every
entirety
now
of
and then, it works to
downtown.
your
Oh
advantage.
yeah.
And there were only 12 of these guards while
Oh.
you guys were all spread out. It's
Yeah,
like you were
the-
walking in a big group.
Yeah, like they don't know that Cassidy's a part of the group, so like he's
There's a good chance
he's
that
in the
these
clear.
You have been looked at by like 3 of them dead on, and every one of them's like, huh.
Yeah, like, there's a good chance with
Well,
these
this is
3
nighttime,
actually that if
Cassidy,
you
so
guys
Yeah, I
travel
said
with
we were
them,
there during the daytime.
their
though.
presence probably threw off the scent of anyone who kind of like double backed and looked. But you hear Christopher. She goes, "All right, copy that. I'll see if I can convince Lortio if he can maintain a low profile. We'll see.
Yeah.
If he can maintain a low profile, he'll scooch right on over there and try and find you. But other than that, I'll be a call away. But if you do need us, it might be a half hour, 40 minutes before we can rendezvous in person. If that's good, then I'll be off and be keeping the little stabby miss from getting even more stabby."
Sounds good.
Is there something about beds?
Ah, yes.
Bye, Chrisessa. Thank you. Beep.
Ciao. I love the girl squad on this boat. I truly do. Ladies. Yeah, honestly, if Talani, Chrisitha, Maltea, and
Sorry.
Sirmia
I call
all
her
rolled up
Chrisitha,
on
too.
something, I'd be like, that's okay. No.
Something's going to die.
Everything is going to die, and someone's going to be looting the bodies as it goes. It's like 3 killers and
It's either people or someone's
well,
self-confidence.
Chrisitha is a thief archetype with some bonuses from that mask that she has because she's
Loot
tuned
that
to it.
body. She's wonderful.
Oh, I love her so much. I honestly,
I love that the legend is a cook on our ship.
me too. Yeah, she was
She
one of
just
those ones where I'm
said,
like, I don't know how
"Howdy."
to feel about her, and then when it was like she was on the ship and everyone's like, oh, I guess she's staying. All right, cool. They're either gonna tell her to
She's
fuck
great.
off or.
Braddock had already established a complicated relationship with that little thing. It's like, yeah, you serve the good of the people. Yeah. You're stealing from dickheads.
I don't mind stealing from
paperwork.
Oh, it got
Okay.
filed into the wrong bin.
So,
Every now and then you need to get
Sir
the medicine in.
oh,
somehow.
let me get you guys a photo of what this guy really looks like.
Does he look silly? I
I
hope he
want it
does.
to be the
Have you seen What We Do in the Shadows?
Yes.
He's
Laszlo.
the New York City. That's
Laszlo.
Oh,
yes.
yes! Oh,
Yes.
yes!
Yeah, that's what. It was one of those things where I'm like,
He's Matt Berry.
I love him.
You really are.
And
the
I
most
was like, I want a
devious
goofy
bastard.
vampire, and then my brain was like, you know who's a goofy vampire? I'm like, yep, and he's coming into our adventure.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to be best friends with him.
Yeah, that's approximately, but dressed a little bit more colorfully because they can coexist with people. And
look
in
like a
this
parakeet.
world, kind of similar to OG Vampire Myth, they can be out during the day, but they feel like super sick and basically have zero powers, unless they're like totally cut off from sunlight.
What happens with running water for them?
I mean, in terms of the, you can imagine that the
Yeah, do we still have to use running water to kill them?
Holy water has the same effects that it would have. Base vampires have a little bit more sort of array and grab bag of powers that they could have or not have, depending on just how they
Who
go.
ate on them to get
Yeah,
them
basically,
vampires?
or like what magic they've trained in or whatever. But Sirmia, you're a little bit more familiar. Some of them can move super fast. Some of them are super strong. Some of them have psychic powers. Some of them can travel in shadows. Vampires are as many like different kind of elves that there are. There's like that many variation of vampires. They just evolve as it were.
What's their
Stake through the
universal
heart
weakness?
work.
Stake to the heart. And
The power of friendship.
Garlic.
so we established silver hits them normal. They have a resistance to all other damage, but silvered weapons will cut through that, and so the damage will hit for full. And then also, if you have silvered armor, you get a DR3, I think it was, to physical attacks from vampires, because the silver kind of hurts them and they can't hit as hard against it.
Okay.
Other than that, holy water I think deals extra damage to them, if I'm not mistaken. Mechanically, I think that's actually what it does.
Does radiant just hit normal?
Mhm. And in the Gravemouth key, there's a sort of like extra little fog enchantment that keeps daylight and light spells and dawn spells from like functioning properly or as effective, which is why vampires are like, this is a safe place to live. We won't just die all the time, which is why a lot of them walk out during the day, because it's kind of like Seattle, except they don't sparkle. Ed might sparkle a little bit, but that's because he put it on.
There's that one vampire who sparkles in town. Oh, I didn't think vampires sparkle. He does. Well, we don't. He just likes glitter.
He just has a glitter. His coffin is just glitter. It just lays down.
It's a bedazzled coffin.
It's Liberace.
He didn't die. He just became a vamp.
Yes, sorry for the tangentials, but we do have some chambers which we could take you through the back routes and get you somewhere safe to sleep for the night. This is, while not completely filled, I can at least keep you far and away from where Ursule is currently residing.
Are we just waiting for her to leave or something?
That is up to you. She
I'm going out
is
tomorrow.
here tonight. I serve as a liaison between the noble houses and the vampire courts here in the Gravemouth Key, and Ursule has called upon my socio-political duties to witness and help broker a deal between her and interested parties from the Netherwillow Marsh in the center of the key.
Would you happen to know for what purpose?
But why do you want to help us?
I am rather taken by... I'm a fan of heroics, and I tend to get into some adventurous behavior myself from time to time, and so
Killed a rat in
I
the
bet.
basement.
Sure.
it was a very large rat. It was a rodent of unusual size.
I heard
Watch out
about
for those. You gotta watch
You
out.
do. They are rather scary.
I heard about those RUOUSs. Yeah. Those
I
are
didn't
nasty.
really think they existed.
Now that marsh was that in the
But
Bears-
I am not
Oh, it's easy to get through
ignorant
there.
to
You just gotta
the
figure out the timing.
questionable moral compass of Ursule and that which she is capable of. Word has spread, especially amongst the nobles and the aristocrats, of what happened in Beilagard to the Atvarians. And I have heard news of your particular group before Ursule brought the wanted posters to my doorstep. You have made quite an impression traveling from Belagar through the Rainy Chain, and I am impressed. Laying waste to a 60-year legend is no small feat.
It wasn't.
It hurt. I would love to hear all about it if you would recount, but perhaps not in this. It's a cell. It's a cell. It is a cell. So, if we could let us away to the chambers and we can speak more, I shall have. What is your name? And he's like, Llewellyn. Yeah, we shall have Louis here bring you, show you to the chambers, and then I shall have one of my family bring you some food. Are there any requests or dietary restrictions
Loaded
that I should be
tots.
aware of? Did you say tots?
Loaded tots. If somebody could find them, I stare at Louis.
Vodka. More vodka.
I am unfamiliar with this loaded tot. I
I'm
would love to.
losing
Really?
my buzz.
What kind of back culture water place is? I'm sorry, that was very.
Like a-
I already coughed
I
up the
was
one from
I'm
earlier,
just
but I
shocked when
have
somebody
an
hasn't heard
idea.
of loaded
They
tots.
sell loaded tots like 500 feet away from this place, and you don't know what they are.
Well, I know what
don't
a tot
think this guy
is. What is a
eats.
loaded tot?
Allow
You shove
me.
something in it.
Use your
In it,
imagination.
on it,
man, also,
around it,
I wanna
under
hear
it,
what
it's just
talking
all
about.
over.
So Jam is not a talented spellcaster, but he does know some cantrips.
Okay.
He's going to cast Minor Illusion to show him what a plate of loaded tots might look like. He's
I can
concentrating
feel
so
my
hard.
undead arteries clogging as I witness this before me.
Got
Louis!
some blood.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I think, I know, one second.
Jetpack spews exhaust.
I know technically you don't have to concentrate on minor illusion, but if I get hit, I'm losing it.
I like to imagine that it's, because we had mentioned the sort of flavor, it might even be one of those little, like, Star Wars hollow things.
Right.
It's gotta, like, work, you fucker, and then...
Right. Okay.
I love the exasperated.
For the cantrip.
This is a group where I never mind the fuck around time.
Did you do that?
We shall work on it right away. If you could help me make sure I get this. That is leeks, or is that green onion, and then bacon and cheese?
Sour cream.
Louis, and he, like, rips a square of paper. Take this to the chef right away
Run!
and have him bring. Run, Louis! Like the wind, boy!
Have you ever heard of queso?
I'm sober now. I think that spell really
Don't
took a while.
forget ribs.
I'm sober from waiting.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
I
I
don't
forgot
really
you guys got
require the same. I don't require the same sustenance as you, but I do enjoy the flavor of mortal food, and that looks quite scrumptious. If you don't mind, I'd love to partake. When
You're
it comes-
making them.
Yeah.
You might
I am
need
not
to.
making them. The chef is making them. But
You
quadruple
you
order.
might want to ask Louis to get an extra serving. He might bite you if you have any of his.
It's a weird judgment.
Let
to
me
make.
get you to your quarters, and I shall.
But am I wrong?
Yeah. I think I'm
And
rather
Jesse.
civil most days.
he takes you guys out of the cell, walks you down a hall. There's, tapestries, like
To
we
hear about
said.
that, I'm going to give you a glass of wine.
This, that, and the other thing, corridors, doors, and then there's a bust of him, like a marble bust, and he twists the mustache
You got
on the
it,
bust, and a door sinks back from the hallway, and a little sort of like hallway between the walls is there. And he's
I
like,
need to get me one of those. That's cool.
Spooky.
there are
It's cool as shit.
many corridors in these old chateaus that
Fist bump, yeah. Like,
is done for security reasons, and
That's pretty good.
let us away while we are out of prying eyes. And he kind of gestures for you guys to come in, closes and as the door shuts, and it like sinks back, some Illbrooke guards just sort of walk nonchalantly down the hallway.
We walk down the secret passage every now and then, like think out which our eyes
Yep,
are like.
100%.
But it's just like a group
Give me a
painting.
perception. Give me a perception check. 100%. There's peaky eye holes. Tapestries.
Ooh, not great.
19.
Ooh. Oh, that's right. You're a ranger.
I got an
You
8.
see
I'm
everything.
staring at the painting itself.
And I'm a fox.
Yeah.
Cassidy got a 9, and
That makes sense.
Grailmore got 16.
Okay.
25.
All right.
Jen got an 11.
11,
9.
9. You got a
19.
19, 25, 16?
16 for Grailmore.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually an 8.
16. All right. Ran.
Yes.
Ran. As you are walking, you catch a whiff of some food, and you kind of find a little. You and what's your dragon's name again?
Mare.
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 You both kind of smell, and you find it's not like a peephole, but it's like a little not like eye hole, but it's like a little peephole. It might be like a little rodent hole, but you guys both kind of peek through, and you find little holes to look through. And you're looking in the kitchen. You see, as you guys are like, it's a very large kitchen. I don't know if you've ever been in like one of those old historical, like old house kitchens where the kitchen's like a legitimate room.
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, so there's people cooking. It's a mix of people and vampires. I guess vampires are people, but you know what I mean. Mortals and vampires. At least in this world, vampires kind of people.
Undead
But,
are people too.
yeah.
Undead are people.
Oh, that would be weird.
Hey guys, I don't mean to alarm you, but I don't see them making the tots just yet.
As you say that, you see Louis running in.
Oh, never mind. We're good. I just
And
saw
he
Louis.
hands something to the chef. It's a big bugbear. He's got just like his big belly. He's got the chef hat. He's like, "Whoa, what is this? Hello, detective!" And he just starts. And he's like, they're going back and forth. You guys.
Delicacies.
Yeah.
Llewellyn starts drawing a picture of what he saw in the minor revolution.
Oh, don't worry, guys. I think we're
To
good
explain
now.
to
I
this
think they got
French
the-
bugbear
Yeah, it looks
what
like
a
they're
loaded
gonna
tot
get
is.
Do I need to cast the spell?
Just drop a pitcher through the eye hole real quick.
Ron's like, hey guys, you need to get the tots first.
You do notice that there are
first.
as you're looking over, there's like a butcher section, and you actually watch them like bleed out a pig, and they collect all the blood, and they set that aside, and then they pour it in something that looks like a whole like test tube filtration thing, and it
Blood smoothies.
basically purifies it, and it comes through, and you see there's a whole like stack of this purified stuff on a wall next to it, and then the meat is being butchered and cooked elsewhere.
I'm kind of about this. This is kind of like a sustainable system here, actually.
Just trying to think of what the most like human blood would be. Like pig, probably.
I would think so.
Pigs are used commonly for like subs for like human anatomy.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
mean, we have.
They literally put a pig heart in a guy's body like last year.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't make it long, but he did make it like 2 weeks.
But
Yeah,
he
the
also
pig heart.
was
remember
like
that. Yeah, that was crazy.
going
Yeah.
to die anyway.
Yeah.
It's
He's
not
gonna
like
die.
they were just like
They gave him a couple weeks to say goodbye to his family.
Yeah, I got
which
the
was
I have
hard.
so many facts about pig carcasses. We need to move on because I have no control over this. I will.
Guys, just get
I don't know if our stream will be able to support me talking about the body farm, so we gotta move on.
All right. So
Congratulations, guys! You've entered the pig anatomy factoid episode.
I know so much.
you also
The
see
secret
that.
Patreon tier.
That's
Liz's rant on pig carcasses.
As you're like kind of looking
Donate
through,
to the channel
see
if you
a
want to see
small,
Liz's rant.
He looks mildly vampiric. His skin doesn't look quite
kid's
as
gonna be
pale
so
as
weird.
Edmonton, but he has like Edmonton's like brow ridge. Like this looks just like Edmonton, young, like maybe 12.
Okay.
Like you see him kind of like sneaking.
Kind of like Eddie Munster.
Yeah. But you like see him like sneaking around and coming up as the chef is like, what the fuck is it done? To the guy. And you can see him like going to grab like a raspberry tart, and without even looking, the chef like with his long ass bugbear arms like smacks the boy's hand. And he's like, "No, not until you have your dinner. Your father will go right on my ass." And then it's like,
God.
We just all look at the dad. Would you?
he does need his nutrients. Young Mateo is quite the scamp.
You see, he
Mateo
goes.
is a lovely name.
Thank you.
He goes
love
over,
it
starts
so.
sucking on a
I do
juice
love
box of blood.
Yeah, he kind of gets a little. Yeah, he gives him like. Yeah, exactly. He gives him like a blood like apple juice
Ice.
squeezy to like hold him over.
One of the mod
Yeah,
spots.
takes this. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Roll up.
I'll do it, but I don't
I have
like it.
facts about those things too.
Oh, God.
Vladimir have recalled for lead poisoning.
Brannick, as you are. Actually, I'll do this.
Okay, let's look
I'll
at
do
this side.
Sylvia's
Oh
first.
god.
Hermia, as
Such a
you
bad
are
idea.
looking through, you find.
Why was that going into that?
I guess I'll say that the two of you look through the same kind of like portrait, but you notice different things on your number. Sirmia, you notice immediately as you're like looking through. This looks like to be some sort of meeting hall. As you guys are like going through, eventually you find another place to look through. It's like a long meeting hall. There's like a fancy chair, kind of off to one side, and then you can see like down over this way it goes to like a big double door that swings open. And in this hall is Ursule. So you two see this. It's Ursule. 7 Illbrooke guards and 1 figure that you recognize as the black armored figure that looked at you on the boat, even though you were a disguised person. Braddock, you as you're looking, Sirmia is kind of transfixing on this, and Ursule is like chewing them out. She's like, and she's pointing to the black armored figure. She's like, I heard about your little problem, and don't think that I won't send for a replacement. You are affordable, and I can always get a new one.
I think she means expendable.
I think he does have a good going rate, though.
I've
seen his honest poster.
But I mean, when you're that wealthy, like everything is affordable. You know, money has no meaning.
It's true. You would know being from a rich family.
Yeah, not like
So
money
would you.
really had no meaning until I. You know,
And as this
became
happens,
my
you guys
own.
are whispering. You see Ursule kind of like turn her head over towards you.
Sorry, Tim.
But Braddock, you notice. I'd almost say that's what the 25 gets you, is like getting her to shut up so she doesn't recognize you. But as you're looking away, you notice off in the corner, kind of like behind some curtains,
Yeah.
you see like some feet on the ground sort of sticking out. Not like spine, like bodies, like laying flat. And you can see there's some sort of dark liquid by where they are. Not moving. It looks almost, you can see almost like a burst of liquid on the wall.
In my head, it's really that cartoony moment where it's like the eyeballs happen, that corner happens, and the eyeball goes out, turns, looks.
100%.
And just Braddock sees that?
Yes.
Okay.
That's just sort of one with his 25. That's what he sees. And then Grailmore, right? Grailmore's the one you saw? Yeah, Cassidy got a low number.
Yeah.
Grailmore got a higher one. As you are kind of going up, and you can feel you guys going upstairs at this point, you look out, Grailmore, you can see from this corner, you guys are over a cliffside, and you actually can see off in the window the SS whatchamacallit kind of like heading off in a southwesterly direction. Out, oh shit, you're right, it's a peephole. Shit. That wouldn't make any sense, would it?
I mean,
Depends on
you
the
could probably
rollers, I
see a
guess.
window.
Yeah, I mean, you can see a window through a hole, but it, yeah, I was thinking he looked through the window, but there's no window in a hidden hallway. You're right. So you look through the tapestry, you see the boat, because it's just it's like one of those window walls.
Grailmore, what do your elven eyes see?
Yeah. You know, it's not much, but it's undoubtedly your ship,
Yeah.
as you guys have done it. And what did you roll, a 16?
He rolled a 16,
Okay.
yes.
Yep, that's what you see. And the night is it's kind of like full night now. You know, it's a purple sky, beautiful stars. The lamps are lit everywhere as you guys come out into this little corridor. It's very quiet. Like every other lamp is lit in the hallway. As you imagine, vampires and Dampier don't really need to see in the dark. But Ed turns to you. Please, right this way. And there's like a series of 3 rooms in this little sort of mini hallway. And he says, you can reside here for the night. I shall keep Ursule on the other side of the chateau.
How many beds are there?
There should be 2 beds to each room.
I choose the longest bed.
They're all king-sized.
What's in the room? Is there like
We
a
can't
table?
afford kings.
Oh yeah, there's tables, armoires. It's like it's a fully furnished room.
Okay, I'm gonna bust the legs off of one of the furniture and start fashioning a steak just in case.
Sir Edmunton looks really uncomfortable with all of this.
I don't have a weapon right now, so.
Yes, I see. Very good.
Did we have to give up on weapons? Or is it
They're
just
getting
because...
silvered right now.
Okay. I was just like, did we have to give it? Because I'm like, Braddock still has a walking armory. See, Braddock's like, hold on a second.
Yeah, I mean, I have a few
Here.
weapons. I have a few weapons, but.
You need a long
Talani
sword?
still has
you
her,
need a sword? You need a dagger?
Guns.
You need them all?
I have several daggers and I have my hatchet that I won.
I write down D's hands whenever I have an arm.
I'm giving up my returning barrel to get silvered.
Sure.
Yeah.
Here, we'll give it to you.
It's just the metal bands.
Do you
We'll
want
just
it?
say me and Sermia were just there and we just saw a barrel in the corner. Could you silver that barrel too?
The Azer's like,
just do it, please.
It's an
I'll do
industrial
my best.
so split your. Yeah, we got enough for everybody. Cassidy and Grailmore might have to sleep head to toe, but
They share.
other
They
than that,
cuddle
yeah, I
like-
was gonna say.
Well, Grailmore will get more room when the
They
sun
seem to
comes
hit it
up.
off.
Yeah,
That's
you're
okay.
They sleep.
Shrink.
You guys have lots in common.
Doesn't Grailmore trance?
Me and Ryan can share a
What?
room.
Does Grailmore trance?
Yeah, I
In
can just
this,
curl up under his bed,
elves in
that's
this
fine.
world
Oh.
still sleep. They just
Somebody
need
else
half the
can
time.
bunk with you.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, so
I'll just
Grailmore
sleep
is not even going to be sleeping the
Oh.
whole time. He just
Oh,
needs
yeah,
a
I'll just sleep at the
4-hour
foot
nap
of the
and he's
bed.
good.
then. Curl up in a ball.
You have your
Talani's the
foot
same
pad
way,
cushion
except
at
she'll
the
take
foot.
like 4 hour naps
That's
a
just
day.
cute.
And then,
18
then
hours
in the sun.
thighs, like just wrapped around.
So, is there anything you guys wanted to do before you rest up?
Yes, I'm gonna hang out with Ran.
Oh, you're bunking up in our room, huh?
Oh wait.
Oh, yeah, you can join
Who
our
am I
room.
with?
You can join our
What's
room.
in here other
Yeah,
than
Ron just wants to sleep at the foot
So
of
I
the
just
I
need
know
to
she
sleep
gets
in
it.
bed. I don't even need the
So
whole
in this
bed.
hallway,
Close the
there's
door.
windows looking out onto the
Hang
city
out.
and the harbor as well.
Come on, we'll have a sleepover.
Okay.
There's
really
just
feel
like
like it's
some,
the
you know,
Midwest guys.
It's been a long time.
hallway decorations. This is
Want a
this looks like a
beer
hallway
here?
that's sort
What
of
is it?
off and
Took,
away
was it? Tuck?
from the rest of the stuff.
Sorry, what
My
was
friends told me
innocuous.
jam.
Jam?
maybe
Okay,
hard
here you
to
go, Jam.
notice.
You want a beer?
Is it only
Looking at
accessed
it
via the
for
secret
so long.
hallway?
No, but you can see as he
go,
brings
Ryan.
you into the hallway that there's
does
definitely like a sort of side corridor that
It's
gets you
Milwaukee's
here
best.
anyway. It's sort of like already away.
Oh, the beast haven't had
This
this
may
one
at one
in a
point may have been a guest or servants quarters area, just separated slightly. As you guys are looking around, you hear a knock at your doors, and it is young Mateo with 2 platters of loaded tots.
Yes.
Platters. I like the sound of that.
My dad told me you guys needed these.
Start
Yep.
shoving my.
Oh!
I don't even take it out of his hand.
Here you go, Jam. Here's that.
Oh, okay, I'm just gonna.
While
Yep.
serving
She just
it.
keeps eating it as he sets it down like a dog eating out of a bowl. that he made.
Serbia's still got the steak in hand, like while their face hit the platter.
Jam is grunting to make a mage hand to hold up the platter while eating. Spells are hard for him.
I dare you to eat while doing that.
Okay. Yes. No, it's okay. I think I told you guys.
I don't know if you told me that on camera last week, but you didn't tell me last week.
You told us.
Yeah, mechanically I am a sorcerer, but in universe I am not a spellcaster. I can use some cantrips.
It's all
Science.
Yeah, it's all his tech malfunctioning is how his spells work basically.
Talani takes out her never-ending like cookie tray,
Yeah.
and offers. There's a type of cookie from Germany. It's called Linzekekse, and it's like a little like butter
Linzekekse?
Linzekekse.
Linzekekse.
It's like a little like butter shortbread cookie, and then a layer of raspberry jam, and then a little butter shortbread cookie on top. Makes a little sandwich, and it has a little heart cut out from the top one.
Yep.
And then you sprinkle with powdered sugar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know these.
Yeah. And they're amazing. I actually make them for Christmas
That's
for
it.
people.
There's
And
mentioned it.
knowing that he tried to reach for a raspberry tire, I offer him these cookies.
And he goes, oh, and he reaches into his pockets, and it's just like 5 raspberry tarts in each hand. He's like,
I will
take a
take one of
raspberry
those, and you can take 12 of these.
thank you. Just crumbling into his pockets. Like, he's definitely getting this all over his coat.
Every single day, the Mace is just taking it with like a stick and putting.
Like where they put it in the tub, like just soak it. Like, so nasty.
So wait, are we all in separate rooms, or did they?
The rooms. So as this
There's like
is,
a common area?
they connect. There's like a conjoining door between all 3 of these rooms. So you guys could open it up, so all of you can kind of like have a big.
Oh, like a fancy suite?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody want to make a blanket fort?
Yeah, Jam
You know.
does go. After
we can have a
drinking
big
beer,
blanket
does go
fort.
to Lonnie and be like, I gotta tell you about my ex-husband, right?
I'm a pretty loud snorer,
Yeah,
so
please
I,
do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, hold on.
but I'm not sleeping in it.
Your eternal
Let me get some
charcuterie-
wine.
I was gonna say.
Hold on.
What is it?
We're gonna need more
Brundlefly's
than that.
eternal dessert thing just pops up a tea kettle. Like 2 cups.
Oh dang it! I thought I had
Dish.
silence as one of
Tani,
my.
Talani adjusts her hat, and now she's wearing like cozy pajamas. Tell me everything.
I begin telling you. I don't have the details fleshed
Okay.
out.
We'll take a break there as you do give her details. And the night
We're all
kinda
just
goes
sitting
on.
around in pajamas. Tell us about your ex.
I got a Milwaukee's best in one hand and a hot cocoa in the
Braddock's
other.
Braddock's been handing out Milwaukee's best to everyone.
I'm just going back and forth. He's like, oh yeah. Oh, but now, because it's story time, I gotta have the hot
mysterious
cocoa.
place called Milwaukee.
Oh, that's Algonquin for the good land.
Yeah.
I hear the I hear the mysterious storyteller Alice Cooper really do.
Oh, you met him too, huh?
Yeah. Oh, he told
The
me all
great
about.
bard Alice
And-
Cooper.
That's the fade to black as the camera pulls up to the next slide. We'll be right back.
Is because of endurance.
Just to double check.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
That was what we did. That's like
I
we
didn't
would just
check
chase
earlier.
things down.
Audacity's
Yeah.
still going.
Yeah, I started
right?
Yeah.
before. I didn't
Okay.
stop
Sure.
it. Let me make sure nothing.
Sure, this
Okay.
giant elephant could kill us, but if we follow
Yeah.
it long enough, it's just gonna tire out, and eventually we can get
How
it.
Okay.
terrifying is that? Like, you're running, you're like, oh, I finally outran those fucking ground monkeys. And then they turn
and then
around
we're
and we
just
just
right
like
on
walk
their
up
tail.
over the hill with
Yeah.
our spears and they're like, shit, no! And they just keep running. They're like, now there's no way. I'm just gonna lay down here and get some water, look up. We just come up over the hill. They're like, "Ah!"
It's like a pure horror film.
Yes!
Like you're booking it as fast as you can, and we're just like following behind.
We
just
are
walking.
the Mike Myers
Yeah.
of the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
Like we are literally
No,
just
I'm
like a
lit- That
slow
is how we survive as a
pace.
species.
I think you
The-
got to
the,
Reaper
uh,
Sonny.
I do.
That guy.
Yeah,
He's
after
dead
the,
now. We got his ass.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, after the Reaper Sunny arc and rewatching all of the Friday the 13th movies, except for the 2013 remake, just because I'd seen that one somewhat recently, but some of the most brutal and practical kills,
Oh yeah.
really good. But yeah, I think Jason Voorhees is definitely my favorite slasher, 100%. I understand there's Mike Myers folks out there. I understand there's Freddy Krueger guys out there. Jason, he's so iconic, and it's just like.
I was always a big fan
Anyway.
of the Hellraiser series.
Oh gosh.
I put them in like a
It's a weird
genie.
subgenre.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
a genie, djinn, wish-esque.
Did you ever see The Wishmaster?
I've watched a lot of reviews on the Wishmaster. I thought I actually had that in my notebook for how to incorporate it into this, but I'm like, in fantasy, bringing in a genie, there's a whole other like rule book as opposed to like if we were doing like D20 Modern and a genie came in, I think that'd be different. But in the D&D world, genies come with rules and all this, and
They have an interesting take on Genie in that one.
I'll check it out. I'll see what I come up. I'll see if I can fuck you guys over. Anyway, we're back. Thanks.
That's what their Genie is about.
Yep. Yeah. And you guys drifted off into the night.
After hearing all about Jam's ex.
Yes.
Oh
So-
yeah. Did you want to fill anybody in on that?
Gosh. So the fast version of what you guys got is Jam is very petty about his ex. His ex-husband was an Aarakocra that he's very bitter about, and that's why he's trying to create Flay without magic. That's all I know. Jeremy has not come up with shit.
I like it.
That's what I've come up with, and that's the tea.
Thank you. I was going to make some
Oh.
reference.
You guys
Thanks for
do
spinning.
also.
Oh, no.
Oh, never mind. We talked about his jetpack and the technology of it last time.
It doesn't work. Great. Not great, at least.
Oh, that tea is so good. I'm sorry. This is like exactly what I needed.
That's what I said, right? No. And then he said, you see, I'm sorry.
I'm not that guy, but is there like a box upstairs with a blend where I can like read it all?
Yeah, I can get it for you.
So anyway,
I'll get it. I'll get it. You
I'll
narrate.
just
You don't know where it is.
Tell me where it is.
I can't remember.
I saw it in your kitchen.
ADHD
All right.
You're the
shit.
DM, narrate, damn it.
All right.
No, it's okay. I'll stream of consciousness all of the tea off the top of my head.
It just turns into a therapy session.
Yeah.
Your fingy.
tape my dice together. So bad.
You have to go get tape for that.
Sirmia. I assume you and Talani are sharing a room?
Yeah.
Probably.
And I'm shellacked.
Okay. You said shellacked?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So
Okay.
drunk.
Pull out the dwarven fire whiskey with the tots.
Solid choice.
That's a way to put it.
At some point,
I'm a human.
you
drinking
wake up
fire
in the middle of the
whiskey.
night and you go to the bathroom. Just down the hall. In your little mini corridor. Yeah, there's a bathroom for this
I
corridor.
peek my head out and look both ways.
Perception.
Gotta go real bad.
Oh, 18. Okay. As you look one way towards the bathroom, clear. You look back, and you can see way down at like we mentioned, this kind of branches off from the main halls. You can see down at the other end of the hall, what you recognize as a tall, dark armored figure, just standing there, not moving towards you, not doing anything, just standing there, looking in your general direction.
I recede back into the bedroom.
As you do that,
And I wake Talani up.
as you're waking her up, you guys hear of like the armored feet walking down the hallway. You guys can give me perception checks if you want.
Is Grailmore already awake at this point because he only has to sleep for full hours?
I imagine you guys went to bed at like midnight, just kind of slumber partying out. I think it's like 2 a.m, so I think you're all still asleep.
Okay.
It's not like deep into the night. It's one of
Right.
those like
Ron got a 28.
Oh shit.
The
Yeah.
nastiest of the dirty 20s.
What are we rolling for?
I'm
just
she
filthiest
she just
dirty
woke you up.
I'm
Okay,
still.
this one, right?
It's perception.
I'm
I'll
still
bring up
tipsy. If,
Oh, yeah,
if
right.
it's only been like 3 or 4 hours.
Perception, right?
Yeah.
18.
Oh, nice.
Perception.
Cassidy got a 15, Grailmore got an 18.
I got a 21.
So you two, especially, and you, Foxman. But the rest of you kind of hear these footsteps walking down. You two recognize the footsteps come, and they stop right outside your door.
Can I see the feet?
Not for free.
Slip that breastplate.
Quietly as I can, I take my disguise hat and I toss it to Sirmia. We're sleeping in the same room. Yeah, because the footsteps stopped outside of our
Correct.
door, right? Okay.
Are you guys like right up on the door?
Do I see the feet?
You can see the feet. They're just sort of standing there. They're just standing right outside the door. Like, looks like they're looking at your door.
I try and cast suggestion.
What is the wording on suggestion? Do you
I
need
think
to see them?
suggestion usually is a charisma roll.
Well, if you can see their feet, you can see
I was
this.
gonna say there would be a peephole too.
Influence a creature you can see within range.
If you can see within range, then what happens?
Then I make a suggestion.
And they just have to follow it.
Yeah, if they fail.
It just says creature,
It has to be within.
but like it doesn't
logical
specify
reason.
any creature type or anything. Just
It's
says
just
creature.
no.
influence a
that's-
creature.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, it'll work. It'll work.
Okay, I say,
The suggestion must be worded in a manner that
That it
must-
wouldn't hurt themselves.
sounds reasonable.
Right.
Is
Yeah,
what
no,
it
no,
is.
of
And I
course.
think you do have to share language.
Keep walking is reasonable. Go jump off a bridge is not.
Just like Dark
Oh,
Review.
creatures that can't be charmed are immune to the
The
effect.
suggestion is it's scary in here, and you probably need to get out as quickly as possible.
Oh. Oh no.
Ooh.
Talani's like, it's scary.
Is it?
Oh, here it is.
Is it?
You roll with
There's a
disadvantage.
What do I need to find?
Oh shit, that's even better.
I can
21.
punch it.
That's success.
Okay. As you suggest that, Sirmia, I don't know how to explain this because it's not like you can actually see what a person's doing, but you know when you're like listening and there's just that almost dead silence and you can like hear what's happening in the silence? I don't know if that makes sense. Like you can hear the arm raise up as if they're about to knock. Does that make sense? There's that the energy. I don't know how
the creaking.
I know
of the
the
armor,
feeling.
Like
Yeah.
the creaking
I
of
think
the armor.
literally
going
what
up.
it is
So-
literally it does give off an electrical impulse, and we do sometimes can sense that.
That's
in a very
like that's
small
what
way.
that's kind of what it feels like.
It's the
And
vibe.
it is. That's exactly what it is. You can feel them like raise the hand up to knock.
Ron knows all about the vibes.
Jackie Chan Adventures. Uncle has the willies.
Uncle is my favorite character.
One more thing.
Yep.
Tyler's gonna get out of bed slowly,
Okay.
quietly, carefully.
I'm disguised as a 5'4" wood elf
Bless you.
with short brown hair.
Bless you.
Because I'm tired.
I'm just gonna say guard number 7.
Sorry.
So he's by their room, correct? Where would that be in relation to like
Right next to you guys.
right
You got the
next-
conjoining doors.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in that hotel.
But it's
motel
like a
setup.
good few. He's standing there for like 15 seconds, just
I would
not knocking.
I would like to
Hey.
for Ron to open up, like creak the door open enough that he can see out there.
Stealth check to make that quiet.
Okay.
Stacy.
That's
Don't
a
creak the
24.
door. Don't
Fine.
creak the door.
And then I would also
Nat 20 to see that.
I would like to see if this creature or this whoever is here, if they are undead, because then I could track them using my cloak. I could like follow them and see what's going on.
Can you see undead? Can you avoid to perceive that, or are you just trying to look for any tells?
I don't think I have any particular
Okay.
like ways to perceive that, just to see if I can tell if it's like like a vampire.
I just asked because this particular figure is covered top to
Oh.
bottom in black armor.
Oh, okay.
There's so many
okay.
things that have happened today where I'm like, oh, Mort could have figured that out. And I'm like, ah!
But that's dramatic story stuff. That's why we love it.
I'm mad.
The hand, it just stands there, and then as you're looking, Ron, you hear, "Hey, what are you doing down there?" And you can see a slightly less completely covered but similar styled armor guard, kind of down the main the offshoot hallway into the main hall, and the figure puts the hand down, turns and responds, echoed in the helmet. Apologies. Let us continue our rounds. The deal is about to begin.
Do
They're like,
any
"Oh,
of us
yes."
hear that?
You all hear that. You see it. You see the person they're talking to. The rest of you at least hear the person yelling. You three hear the masked figure respond. It's almost like their voice... I guess you all hear it. Their voice is super low and like muted, but for some reason it just cuts through the air.
Do I recognize this voice? Can I roll to recognize a voice?
Yeah. Roll,
Okay.
what would be a history or perception?
Okay.
Insight. Let's do insight.
Insight. Oh, that's terrible.
A winsight.
All right, let's see. 13.
Oh no, wait, he's still nighttime Cassidy, so if I did
It'd be a
Flash of
minus
Genius,
2, yeah.
it would be a -2. I'm not gonna do that.
Cassie's like, I'm helping.
That would be
Stop
hilarious.
helping.
Do it. That'd be so
Is
funny.
that Markiplier? No.
God damn it.
You need to do that when somebody rolls like, I got a total of a 1. Minus.
Negative
baby.
1.
Let me help you out there.
It's an overflow. I rolled a 255.
You have heard this voice before, and it's muffled. Something sounds, but it sounds super familiar, and you're like, "Fuck!" You're trying to put your finger on it. You cannot.
Like, I know I've heard it, but
Yeah,
I
you're
can't
like,
place
"Who the
it.
fuck is that?" It's like if they had the helmet off, I could see their face. Like, oh, Frank from the deli down the road. But it's like. You're like, oh, who the fuck is it? You know the voice.
God, it's not Deli Frank. Oh, fuck, who is it?
It's not Sandwich Joe.
Is it Curry Carl?
And it's
It's Donut Dan.
These are all old rock denizens. These are all people, family.
Hoagie
names.
Howie.
Jazzy John.
They're all in the same band.
Jimmy John.
Jimmy John.
And it's definitely not Salad Eric.
Where you ate was an offshoot place. We don't talk about
Salad
Oh
Eric.
God. he's
Thank
the
goodness
worst.
it's not Subway Jared.
Oh God.
We
Oh.
put him away years ago.
Yes, we did.
Oh.
Yeah, we had to put him away in solitary.
I almost spat
He
out
would
my
not
tea there.
last in
Hold on.
general class.
For reasons.
For reasons. He was a terrible human.
Anyway, you guys hear as they are addressed. You hear the footsteps, and you see them walk down back the hall. And before they join their compatriot, they do kind of turn back and look at their door. And he does not notice you, kind of peeking out.
Okay.
As they continue on down. I should say, it is a man's voice. You recognize it. It's someone from your past, Talani. You just can't, like...
Get what I said. Okay.
Yeah.
Should I follow them?
They were talking about some sort of.
Are you asking?
We will. I mean, unless
I'm just trying to think if it would
speak
be...
to us, we won't have a
Yeah,
an
I'm
middle
just,
period.
I'm just
Yeah, you
trying-
guys are alone in the hallway now. There's not eavesdroppers anymore. That you can see, at least. I shouldn't just say no and then invisible stalkers attack you. But I feel bad as a DM whenever I'm like, and you're alone, and then you're attacked. You're like, what the fuck? You said we were alone. So if I ever use, like, ambiguous terms like, it seems you're alone, it seems safe, I promise I'm not, like, coding it. Like, oh, it seems okay. If I'm like, you seem to be alone. It's just like, I don't want to give you a definitive answer, because if that's not the case, that will betray our trust that we have, and then...
Perception check, nat 1. Everything's fine.
Exactly! Exactly!
Well, you said our rooms are connected, right?
Yeah, you guys are all conjoined.
So I'll kind of like peek my head into your guys' room.
You see
I go to the
Talani in her
bathroom.
gym jams, just like
I love that after that you're like, well, time to pee.
Disguised.
That's true.
Hey, I just heard that guy outside of your room. You want me to go follow him, see what's going on? All right, sounds good. So
for the audio format, Talani nodded her head.
so he's gonna kind of sneak back out through the open door. Just to be safe, he does have his ghost shroud on in case this is a undead creature, and he's also going to go into vulpine form. So he's gonna go down into actual like fox form, to try and keep like a lower profile.
Using those kitsune powers, baby. And you guys see who is already, he's about as tall as Chrysitha in his kind of anthropomorphic fox form. But you see him go like shrink down into like a full fox and just off into the shadows.
With the dragon on his shoulder still.
The dragon is like kind of it can do the like the lung dragon sort of float thing.
This is the last time you
It looks
saw
like
a
it's
fox
swimming
with a
in
dragon
Talking about his
indoors.
sex life.
It's a water dragon.
I don't know how it's as easy as you can.
Give me a survival, Ran, as you are tracking
Ran.
people in a chateau. Does anybody else go with him, or is it just Ran?
I'm going to eat.
And you go pee. Actually, I need you to roll me a wisdom saving
Piss
throw.
check. Piss check.
Piss check.
Braddock would love to go, but he knows better than to try to be stealthy, even though he does have stealthy armor.
If you guys had that brew.
18.
Oh, okay. You are peeing, you're washing your hands, and
Does she
you
wash
feel
her
a little like a scratch at the back of your, not like an actual itch, but like a
Tingle.
like a tingle, yeah, like a buzz at the back of your head, and you feel almost a compulsion to kind of go see what they're doing. You are suggested to go follow them. But stick to the shadows. That's sort of like you have this just sort of sensations, compulsion. I don't know. You eventually realize Sirmia's been gone for a while, peeing.
Yeah. What would Talani do here? Like, Talani, they're in the same room. Talani would have known that she, like, went to the bathroom. And Talani's not so much of a freak that she's going to follow her into the bathroom, but Talani would be vigilant on her behalf.
Yeah, it's been like 15 minutes.
So I'm going to go check on her.
She's not in the bathroom.
Shit.
There it is, right there. Shit.
She was that drunk.
Could any of us roll a perception to see if we noticed Sermia sneaking out?
She didn't sneak out. She went, I'm going to the bathroom. and
Yeah,
left.
give me an investigation.
That's an use thing.
I just like Braddock's back.
What was your survival round?
It was an 18.
Okay.
Okay. Can't be enough around.
Did we just enter the circus?
Yeah, this is a fun, perfect, like, kind of set shift change.
This
Rat.
does feel like very like, hey, I'm sneaking around.
Cassidy got a 15. Grailmore got a 13.
You guys don't hear anything different, unless the doors are open.
Yeah, because this is still nighttime Cassidy, so he has a -1 to investigation
Yeah,
instead of the...
nothing seems to hit you as like, oh, Sermia's taking a while. You don't know how long girls take to pee.
You've never
Both
met a
of
girl
you.
before.
Yeah.
That wanted to stick around.
Get fucked, Cassidy.
Braddock
Cassidy
rolls
cries.
over, continues sleeping.
I'm not even mad. That was a good one.
Cassidy cries himself to sleep.
Talani, so give me a survival.
I mean, when I notice that she's gone, I mean, I'm gonna curse, obviously.
Right.
And I'm gonna go to the boys' room.
To the boys.
So you want me to roll survival?
Yes. Okay. To see if you can.
Survival, a 17.
If there's only she didn't like punch a hole in the bathroom, she must have gone the only other way that there is.
She must have gone down the hall.
There's a chance that she followed those people, but she wasn't with Ron. So if they're out there, they're not together.
Call me Furball
In a
Holmes.
vampire and Illbrooke guard-filled chateau.
Wunderbar. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the boys' room, and I'm going to open the door and say, boys, wake
Yes.
up.
Grailmore is like arguably like awake at this point, and because it's only been 2 hours and he only needs a 4 hour, so like if anything he got a partial rest instead of a full rest at this point. But
Right. I don't think you guys have used anything for that to really matter.
yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Talani, what's up?
I look at Braddock and I say, Castle Hold. Great, now everyone's awake. Semia has gone.
What?
Semia has gone, and
Oh, no.
Did you check the bathroom?
I did, as a matter of fact, and she's not in the bathroom.
Oh no.
She went down the hall. I think the man who was knocking on the door.
Wait a minute. Where's
I think she's
Ron?
following.
Alright.
Speaking of,
Ran is he's following. He followed him, so they might meet up. So let's fucking go.
Okay, yeah. Let's. We
I'll
gotta
throw on the
go.
breastplate and,
I strap on my jetpack.
And then while they're walking, Cassidy
hopes that you
is.
see-
Well, wait, no. This is nighttime Cassidy. He wouldn't know what the fuck to do with a jetpack. Never mind.
All of a sudden, you just see Thuk like rocketing down this hallway. I'm coming!
helping jetpack joyride, baby.
Be quiet.
Slowly,
So, Ron,
slowly hovering.
you are along, and you actually find it's fairly easy to get around in the shadows around here. You notice there, like, it's a castle. There's going to be occasional rats, vermin. You notice there's soon to be a little bit more running around than you'd expect, and some of the eyes have almost like a red glow to them. But you notice that none of them seem to notice you at all. These
Oh.
ones that have the red glowing eyes,
Good.
they just glaze over you like you're not there.
Good.
Weird.
You
They got business to do.
Bad business.
eventually hear sounds, you're sniffing around, you follow the scent of the person who left, and you find your way to like the main hall that you saw some of them looking in earlier. You give me a stealth check to try and sneak in without being detected. It's not a super high DC. You're a tiny fox, but
18 on the stealth check.
okay. You kind of like, push the door open with your nose, and foxes are really lithe, so you kind of like serpentine your way, and you push behind some like ceiling long tapestries, and you eventually like hit something, and you look down, and there's 2 bodies just crumpled, laying behind one of these tapestries, their heads just like caved in, like a.
Hope one was not Sermia.
But inside the helmet.
Ah.
Ugh.
For the audio format, TT
You
just
went
crushed a can.
And in the middle of this room, you see Ursule standing before her, and then there's a robed gentleman, and then 3 very pale figures behind them. All of their eyes are having like a sort of translucent glow in the darkness, and they are conversing with each other.
Okay. Would I know who Ursule is? Having kind of just
We
joined.
probably haven't briefed you.
Give me a history. It would be a fairly high DC for you, but you might get
14.
okay. So you see a lady, maybe in her early 40s, or at least aged in her early 40s. A human woman, very well dressed, dark hair, olive skin, hair pulled up into like a super tight bun, and on her head she has a very, not like ornate, like superfluous, but very, you can tell that the craftsmanship is like, some sort of tiara on her head. Whoever this lady is, she's got a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that she carries herself, she's clearly one of the people leading whatever this conversation is.
Okay.
And you hear them going back and forth, and she says, I have brought my supply. Now, do you have what we have asked for? And the hooded figure up front kind of waves their hand. One of the guys behind them brings over a case, and it opens up, and you can see a number of like objects in there. They catch a little bit of red in like the arid moonlight coming in this room. You could roll perception to try and see what they are, or make out what they are. But it just a little bit of red glimmer. But there's a number of them as they open up the case.
12 on the perception.
All right. Hard to tell from here. You'd have to like get a little closer just from your vantage point. But you can see a little bit of red glimmer, something shiny, almost jewel-like, but it doesn't shine quite like a precious gem. But it looks like some sort of some bijou of some sort. And you see her smile. She goes, very well. And she looks over to one of the guards. And she puts her finger up, and he nods, takes out a whistle, twee! And from the shadows, like from places that you haven't seen, you see 9 robed figures, quite lithe, like run up very quickly, robes over their heads, behind this lady. And she goes, I believe we have worked out all of the kinks in this newest batch. Wish I could say the same for some of their compatriots. And you see she kind of turns and looks over to the black armored gentleman, figure, person who is there. And they're unwavering, but she goes, I trust that they shall help with your security. And I do appreciate the help and the research. It is ever so difficult trying to synthesize these. I'm sure Baltiel will be quite pleased. And she hands the case to one of the guards, and she closes it. At which point, you hear the door open, and you turn, and you see Sirmia just walk in. Sirmia, you walk in and you see a bunch of guards turn.
That's what my suggestion ends, right?
Yep. And you see Ursule Illbrooke look at you.
Question.
Yes.
When Talani handed the hat of disguise to Sirmia, did Sirmia...
I look like a wood elf, right?
Okay.
She can read your mind. But she says, I guess, okay, give me a wisdom save.
And should I roll a stealth check because it says to stick to the shadows?
Yes, actually.
14 stealth, 19 wisdom.
Okay. So, you do stick to the shadows. You actually do come in, you kind of like sneak and you're seeing these people talk. And as you are like watching, you see Ursule kind of perk up, look around, and she kind of turns toward you. You swear she makes eye contact with you for a second, and then she looks back as you see a little smile curl across her face. Pleasure doing business with you. I do hope that the Marquis is pleased with these consignments. If he does desire more, please don't hesitate to reach out. We are always trying to improve our batches. Though our head researcher has decided to turn coat and up and disappear as of late. But the research that we garnered from them has brought us some favorable results. As she gestures again to like the robed figures. Now,
Is that before I get here?
you hear this.
Okay. But
Um,
am I like?
You're
entering?
still hidden, but you get the sense that she may be aware that you're there, or she at least has mentally tapped that you're nearby. But she hasn't drawn attention to you. You're still in this room hidden. We'll say kind of like you're near the entrance behind one of those tapestries. He's kind of more like up on one of the walls, like entrance up the wall a little bit. You guys are... I need a stealth from the rest of the group while all of this is going on, as you guys are making your way through the halls.
Roll these normally now.
Is it group stealth?
What?
Group stealth?
Yep. Group stealth.
15.
Nice.
12.
Nice.
Again, for the second session in a row, both of my characters got a nat 1.
Oh man.
Okay.
It's gonna be worth it to
Uh-oh.
use that luck die then.
Uh-oh. Oh wow.
All right, let me see if I can override this.
My ears literally started ringing.
I really do gotta...
All right.
Do rangers learn pass without trace?
They
can.
do. They
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no,
If
wait,
they
wait.
take
I
that-
got.
I gotta
at
roll
some
for
point.
Cassidy again because he actually
Yeah, I think
does have
that'll be-
advantage because of the type of armor.
I think
that
the
he
next
has.
time I level up, I can take it.
Real more fucked up.
You're also not with us, so it's
Well,
not
actually,
that
no. I
big.
rolled
Yeah.
2 dice, so I can count that as advantage for Cassidy. and I can-
You in your mind were rolling for your two characters.
Yeah, just roll for Cassidy.
Okay, so I'll just roll for Cassidy again.
Another nat one.
No, a 3 on the die.
Oh,
So that would be a 6.
All right.
So yeah, so Cassidy got a 6, Grandmore got a nat 1.
Flash of genius for Greg.
What'd you get?
12.
Oh, 12.
14.
14. What'd you get,
I
Braddock?
got an 11.
15.
15. And those. So
I
you
am the
guys
respectable.
are
Great.
not the quietest people walking through these hallways.
Grillmore's just shouting.
You do notice... Alani,
I
what
mean, a
way
14
did she
was
go?
successful.
Talani is about to strangle Grimoire.
She goes off by herself.
Right when we all
Right.
get to the door, Grandmore and Cassidy push a suit of armor down the open door.
100%.
They think it's a guard and they're ambushing.
They're both like, "Shh, wait. And you guys like don't see around the corner. You're like, oh. And they're like, we got this. Okay. Tackle him. Empty suit of armor. Door flies open. In the middle of this broker deal.
Cassidy's idea, girl boy.
It's just Braddock and Talani standing there like,
Alright. Hello there.
They look back and Braddock and Talani are strangling.
You know how like when cats get angry, the hair on the back, on like the
The
ridge of their
scruff
back,
kind of sticks up a
Yeah,
little.
that is happening to Talani right now.
I just look at the two of them. I'm very disappointed in you, right?
I know.
Classic?
Yes.
Remind me to strangle those two later.
Will do. I'm gonna add that to my notes.
So
Bad enough I've died twice already. I don't
Yeah,
want to
I
die a
will
third
kill
time.
you myself.
Can you put one of them in the barrel?
I'm on schedule.
Cassidy's like, you put me in the barrel. I'll
as
take
the
away
door
the-
smashes open, you two see this. Ursule turns. She doesn't know any of you. Are you in there yet? As you see them do this?
I think we're still in the hallway,
Yeah, okay.
kind of looking
Yeah.
down, just like those fucking idiots.
I know, like we flavored this like narratively, but we were behind them as they attacked the suit
Definitely.
of armor.
Probably going like, no,
Where's
don't do
Tuda?
that.
So
Where's the
I would say
Yeah,
that
but-
like Cassidy like kind of stumbled in there, but is still able to compose himself and stand up. But then Grailmore, being that one, he completely tripped and he's like kind of contorted in the arm, in the empty arm.
ass
And he
over
tried-
tit. Yeah,
Yeah.
just totally. He's got a sleeper hold on the suit of armor.
Yep.
The helmet just kind of like falls off while he's doing that, looking around.
Damn it! I'm usually better at this.
You can see
Really?
that there's
And then,
You'd think.
7 Illbrooke guards, plus the dark armor gentleman, Ursule, the 5 hooded figures. Sorry, the 9 hooded figures, the 3 vampires. We all knew they were vampires, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
What?
And then Cassidy is able to compose himself, and he's like, "Oh, hello there. Terribly sorry to interrupt you. I can see that this is a very important meeting. My compatriot and I got lost, so if you don't mind, we will just get out of your hair."
Yeah, super convincing.
We're going to kill them. If we live, we kill them.
That's-
Great, not one.
If surprise don't kill some.
Roll me a
Persuasion.
persuasion.
Yep. So
I've taken
Just
so
a
many
flat
spells
now.
on something,
Now.
but like I have spells
I swear to God, if this is another that one.
for Ursule.
No, better. So
Easy right
that is a 21 on the persuasion.
After
Well,
first
if Mort
encounter-
weren't so fucking selfish and go on his spirit
Because-
journey.
Yeah.
Since my intelligence and charisma scores swap, so my charisma's at a 20 at this point, which means all of my
Unbelievable,
charisma skills
Jeremy.
Oh, nice.
are better
It's
at
so
this point.
funny,
So
Nice.
persuasion helps at this point.
Mort really would be an essay here.
You really would be. Oh well. We have whatever
Roll me a
jam
wisdom
is.
saving throw, Cassidy.
For Cassidy.
Oh, you're gonna get
A
possessed
bud.
again, homie.
Oh boy.
He could be maybe an asset, but we know he's a bud. At least.
And Grillmore, actually.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna get possessed twice, because it's not a Grailmore thing. It's a
Is
dog.
this being charmed? Because if so, Cassidy has advantage.
Suggestion is a charm.
This is not suggestion.
Okay.
It is a charm effect, though.
It is, okay,
It has the word charm
so
in it, so-
so Grailmore would have
Is-
advantage for this.
Is it possible for
More
I
like
can see them,
Baelmore.
correct,
Yep.
from where
Oh,
I'm at?
you can see them. Everybody can see them.
Can
Yep.
I cast guidance then?
Good.
Do you have to touch them for that, or just see
Yeah.
them?
Do you have to touch them for that?
Oh,
Okay,
you're
good.
right.
It's a
It
really
I just
is
wanted to make
touch.
sure.
Yeah, good call. I missed that.
I just know in
part.
Critical Role, though, always like I tap them on the shoulder and guidance.
Okay.
I just,
So advantage for Grailmore. Okay, I can work with that. Grailmore got an 18 for the wisdom save, and Cassidy another 3 on the die. So for Cassidy, that's a 5.
Cassidy sees a woman.
Hey, baby!
that's
What's up?
hilarious. I should have made him roll at a disadvantage for that. She's got heavy MILF energy.
Take advantage of me. Okay.
All of a sudden, it goes into like a sequence where hearts are popping up, and it's Dreamweaver.
You are both
Because I see
under the
two.
effects of
What?
you are both under the effects of dominate person.
Okay.
And she says,
Cassie's
As
okay
a
with this.
monk, Grailmore has the ability to use an action to end an effect that is causing him to being charmed or frightened. Would this count as that? Because since you said it was a charm effect, and so Grailmore had advantage against being charmed.
yes, but she still gets to use an action to make you do something.
Okay.
If I'm reading this correctly. Yeah, use your action to save. Okay.
I don't know if dominant person is charmed.
It says that they're charmed for the duration.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I play by Yu-Gi-Oh rules. If it has those trigger words, that means that it does that.
I would assume it's a charm base.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, are you guys looking in now, or are you just watching? All you can see is them. Are you guys close enough, or have you kind of like...
Can I make a stealth check to like?
You
get
can, for sure. You guys
closer
can
and
stealth up
see
if you
the
want.
whole
Yeah, I'm, under
not-
the cover of that like bumblefuckery.
thing? Use my that gift of luck or whatever it is.
Can I say fuck on the stream? I'm doing it anyway. I have been for less.
This is an adult stream, so yes, you can.
Okay. Stealth
Initial bet. Yeah, that's Braddock.
16.
Okay.
Bastard 20.
Okay.
Todd
So
is
the
like
two
on
of you
her
look
game,
around.
and I'm carrying a jetpack.
You, as you see her,
Did you roll for stealth?
you're like,
I did, I got a
she's been to
7.
Bailigar before. You know who that is. You're like, that's Ursule Illbrooke. She looks good for a human.
She looks
of
great.
what her purported age is. Talani, you look at
Do
her.
we know how old she is?
She should be in her 60s. You look at her, Talani, she doesn't look a day over 41.
And
She looks
did I
pretty.
enter-
She looks pretty similar to when you guys were at school there, like untouched, like not aged a day.
And I'm in
Something's
the room now,
fucky.
like,
Yes.
unstealth.
You're still behind. You and him
I mean, we were
are
in school like
safely
6
still
years
hiding,
ago or something. So.
but those two are
I look a lot.
out in the
like
open
6
and
years
dominated.
And my suggestion ended, but I
Once
rolled
you came in.
and I rolled
But your
another
hair's
wisdom
longer.
save, which was a 19. Did that do any?
That was to see if she could delve deeper into your mind.
Gorgeous. Her gorgeous twists.
She could. She's got a high DC. But it was just her pinging you of, I know that
different
much.
too.
Oh,
Um,
I was way less pregnant.
that was her
6 years ago.
acknowledging you, but not calling you out.
but she can't see me, so she can't cast.
For the moment, she
spell.
knows approximately where you are.
significant
But she can't cast a spell. 'cause
Yeah,
she
you're not
can't
in
see
line
me.
of sight per se. If this wording is like just a creature or that you know, but yeah, technically line of sight, I would argue. She doesn't know quite where you are yet, especially because she's human and it's dark. And she says, "Come here." And she looks to you, Grandma.
Cassidy still has his helmet on, by the way.
Okay. She comes over.
You sleep in your helmet?
He put his armor on.
And I have a feat that allows me to sleep in my armor.
Oh.
Cassidy has the helmet on. I
I'm
literally
actually not
asked
wearing
because
armor
this is
because it's at the
nighttime
black.
Cassidy.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. This is nighttime Cassidy, so when he wouldn't have the need to have the helmet on, so his helmet's off at this point.
And she comes and
Vain
she
bastard.
takes her bed.
He's hot enough
Even
to where he doesn't
even
need
though
the
she's
helmet.
looking up close, but she's like, "You're a new one. It's one of our old favorites."
At this point, can Grailmore use his action to end an effect that's causing him to be charmed?
Yes.
Okay, so that as he breaks out of it, and then he's going to use his bonus action to activate his astral arms.
Oh, I'm definitely not coming out now.
We're about to watch Grillmore die again, guys.
Well, hold.
I
Wait,
said it.
wait.
I said it.
Before.
There's like 17 enemies
so,
in there.
Wait. So before. So before. Hold on.
We don't have her. None of us have our physical
He's gonna
weapons.
use his action to.
I still have a bunch of weapons.
I
Hey,
gave
I
up
have a
my
wooden
barrel.
stake and a dagger and a hatchet.
He's gonna.
I
wait,
gave
wait.
him 2 of my like.
Grailmore's
37
gonna use his action to end the effect, and then he's going to say,
Just give it to me. I'll throw him.
"Let me tell you something. I have. There is no way I'm going to fall under mind control again. Could we, please, just stop?" And then he gets into a defensive stance and tries to back away.
As you do that, Grailmore. There it is. As you do that, Grailmore, the 9 robed figures, 3 of them, come right up behind you. And what is your AC?
For Grailmore, it is a 20.
And you're in a defensive stance, so it's all disadvantage.
Yeah, he has a 27, but for one, if he gets hit by one attack, I can use his reaction to add my proficiency bonus to the AC, making it a 30.
Give me an attack roll, Grailmore.
Okay.
This isn't like for damage. This is like kind of. fighting them off.
So do I add any bonuses to it?
Just
or
an attack roll. Just like your standard attack roll. You're not like, you know...
a 2 on the die.
Oh, man.
Grillmore, stop sucking so hard.
She whispers from the... Animal, stop sucking so hard.
She's like 80 feet away, blasting from the
We're
distance.
stacked up like the Three Stooges out there. Starting
Scooby doing around the door. Grillmore,
Braddock-
stop sucking so
Braddock
hard.
Thook Talani.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So, what did you get?
It was a 2 on the die. If we were adding bonuses, then it would. If it was just an unarmed strike, it would be a 10. If I was attacking with my quarterstaff, it would be 11.
All right. Most of them failed. 2 of them got nat 20s. So 2 of them managed to like grab it, like a shoulder and an arm and a shoulder and an arm, and they hold you. And they hold you, and you. They're trained. They're martial. They're trained in like hand-to-hand combat. Whatever. Very adept. Like these guys come in like, and you block a few, and then they grab you, and like, oh shit! I was not expecting. Like this is how the brothers sometimes will. This is like drill training that you've gone through at the monastery.
So if I recognized the training that they've done, like, never mind. I got lost in thought there.
Good.
But
This was.
And yeah.
So they have me, and
You're restrained. They're just
Okay.
holding you. You're not hurt. She's just like, behave. We're finishing here, please. Unless you want to have some fun before I go.
No, experiences tell me I have made the mistake too many times. So I just want to, I will happily let you finish whatever you're doing if you'll just let me leave.
God, he's learning.
For the audio format, Talani is nodding her head approvingly.
Persuasion, Grailmore.
And Cassidy's still under the dominate effect.
Yes.
Right. Well, I don't have high hopes for this one. Better. That was a persuasion. Yeah, a 13.
All right.
I'll do this.
She looks to you and says, if you're here. And she kind of looks around. I need a wisdom save from you and you.
What's that other gift to look at?
And you.
I'll spare you this way.
And you.
Sure, how many gift looks do we get?
no!
3.
Oh, did.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
I'm gonna declare gift of luck.
4.
Okay. I don't know, man. Sometimes you roll those nat 20s in clutch moments.
It's a 5 total, if that helps.
I used a bardic
Mine.
inspiration. That's going to be a 25.
Wow.
Okay.
I had to use a lot of bonuses to get there, but I got there.
That's 7 for Ron.
Alright, I'm gonna use my Sermia inspo too. Alright, 19, dirty 20.
All right. Mike, you made it. I'm not going to tell you by how much, but you made it. You feel your surface level thought tapped, but it cannot penetrate further. You two, what did you get?
7.
Okay, all 3 of you feel your mind just be kind of penetrated for a second.
You
There's
went
no
by dirty
psychic
20?
damage.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
but she's strong.
Yeah.
You notice that the little, a gem kind of twinkles a little bit on the tiara when she does this. And you definitely feel that, whatever it was, she reached into your mind. And she smiles and goes,
Ow.
I see it as a bit of an Illbrooke reunion tonight. Gentlemen, I bid you adieu. Please send the Marquis my regards, but I have business. I would ever so love to speak with some of my old students, though, while we're all here together. And she looks to the guards and the robed figures, and she says, take them back to the ship. Prepare them for the voyage in the morning. And then she looks to the dark armored figure. She goes, you stay. And they go, ma'am. And they walk out past the hall. They even kind of acknowledge you guys, and like walk past you down the hall with the robed. Yeah, exactly. Past the robed figures, and she goes, "Now, Edmund, will you please stop cowering back there?" And Edmonton kind of like shivers out from behind the chair, like his chair that would be there for like his wife and kids too. And he goes, "Ah, yes, hello, friends." And she says, "Interesting. Did you know that these folks were walking around your chateau? After all, I handed you those wanted posters this afternoon." And if he could look more pale, he does.
The glitter on his skin, it really just loses its luster.
Truly.
At this point, has enough time passed that Cassidy...
Roll me another wisdom save.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna...
I lost the D20.
Nat 20.
Oh, there we
You
go.
snap out of it. And you are standing very close to this very attractive middle-aged woman.
Oh, it's been quite a while. But...
I mean, to be fair, I don't... like, she knows we're all here, yeah?
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't have a wanted poster. Nobody really wants me anymore.
It's one of those.
Jem, hey, Jem.
Yeah, it's a very distinct one.
Don't let the past continue to hurt you,
I'm in
man.
my boxers with the
And then, Cassidy is going like Braddock
Like,
like, he can
expressive
automatically
scenes.
put his helmet on since it's his
He only
his
has as much
magic
power
armor.
over you as you let
So
him.
he's automatically gonna put
Cleave the
his
jewel
arm
off.
on it and
You're
like
right,
put into
Talani.
it because like he snaps out of it, he would see that there are like ninjas everywhere. So he realizes it, and then just his helmet automatically
bonding
comes back
moment.
on, and he
Literally
goes
cold.
into a defensive stance, tries to back away from
we
her a
all
little
do
bit,
things when our
but
hearts are
still
broken.
like,
My mom was right.
oh, that was weird.
Tropical.
She looks to you and says, "So, what brings us all here? I didn't think we'd cross paths. I haven't seen you since your graduation ceremonies, girls."
I don't come out.
I mean, the scenery, it's a beautiful place. Have you seen the tapestries in this chateau? Beautiful.
Talani, I appreciate your manners.
I learn from the best.
You always got the highest marks, I will say. And you hear kind of said out into the ether, she says, "You know, Malois is quite heartbroken.
Yeah.
He's even more insufferable than normal. I'm considering sending him off to visit his father for some time."
I think a trip would do him some good.
While she's monologuing, Grailbor is like going to try and see if there's like some way that he can like slip out of the grip without giving anything away. Not doing anything just yet, but like trying to see if there's a way if suddenly we're going to like go at it, like just a way so that he can be prepared to like slip out of the.
Give me an athletics.
Who's
Okay.
still here? The three road figures left.
The three holding him, the black armored figure,
Wrong one.
and Ursule. The vampires have departed
With their
with their
With Eddie?
their trade. Or
their
whatever.
trade.
Uh,
And Ursule her guards have left with the case.
18 on the athletics check. He's not actually doing anything. He's just
Right,
looking to.
I'm just figuring
Yeah.
you're doing like a body check in
Yeah,
what's in
yeah.
the situation.
He's assessing the situation. Okay, like using my own training. What's the best way I can get out of this?
And they're holding you strong. You get a sense that you could probably break free with enough like kind of wrangling.
Uh-huh.
But you don't. There could be a literal flurry of blows coming at you.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like one of those weighing out. They're not like hurting you right now. It's still just very like
Yep.
holding you still. But she walks over to Edmund. slowly, and pulls his head up with her finger and goes, Edmund, I do wish that you wouldn't lie to me, dear.
I think... Oh, sorry.
No, what are you saying?
I think Jam is going to say, you set us up, you bastard, to try to get him off the hook.
Give me a deception check.
Can Cassidy help him out, like catching on to what he's trying to do?
Yeah, you can either help him to give him advantage or roll with him.
I will roll with him.
All right.
Because at this point, Cassidy has a higher deception.
Yeah, 21.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to look really mad while saying it, really hard.
That is a 13 for the deception from Cassidy. Not that.
She looks to you, and give me wisdom save.
Oh, okay, cool. That's gonna work. 17 on the die. Plus, it's not gonna be high enough. Wisdom?
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw, yep.
18 total. You put something in her tots, didn't you?
Tots. And he kind of like he's, he's shaking his head like, yep, tots. And she smiles, You should thank the socio-political situation you find yourself in this exact room in. All of you, and you, Sir Edmund. And he, like, a disruption here would be unfavorable for all parties involved.
So optics. It's optics.
Exactly. You were always such a great student, Talani. I do hope that you two do come back and visit sometime. I'll make sure Malois is away visiting his father. Who?
I slapped him
noticed-
on the head.
I noticed that your friend Mortimer
Somehow
is
Braddock states.
missing from
It's
your
very
very
soft,
band.
She hasn't noticed Braddock either. Braddock is stealth this entire time.
Oh
She-
yeah, because
she
you
came-
passed your wisdom.
Yeah, I
Oh,
passed
yeah.
my wisdom.
Keep that in the bag.
And she
In case.
says,
That's when Braddock has to do a solo stealth mission to get everyone off the hook. And then Brady and Cass are...
How many times has she cast Dominate Person at this point?
Dude, she's like a 9th level spellcaster.
she cast it twice on you. Or she cast it once, hitting 2 people.
Oh, okay. So it's like a general, like,
Yeah, you can
area
affect one
effect.
person, or if you upcast it, you can affect more people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like, depending on the number of spell slots, who knows?
And she turns to all of you who are present and out. But you get the sense, you can almost feel like it's being whispered into your ears if you're not seen. You will not be quite as fortunate should we meet outside of these halls again. But for the evening, consider yourselves safe. There need not be any huge political uproars. The children of noble families showing up dead come the sunrise in the home of a member of the vampire court, no less. Ooh, it would look bad. Optics, like you said.
Talani is pulling all of her lessons from finishing school.
So is Sermian.
TJ, weird question.
Yes.
Do those
Weird answer.
sending stones things that we have, do they record it all?
No, but we could absolutely give it to Lortio and Julian to
Okay.
mechanics them into. That'd be fucking
Or you
hilarious.
can just turn it on.
Just like an answering machine.
You can try and ping
I
Krista
we
while
could-
she's
yeah,
talking.
but no.
No, I specifically need the recording for what I was thinking.
Oh.
of.
But
A reveal, a public reveal.
she looks to all of you and then gestures her hand and she does this, and the tapestry that you're behind Cernia just rips from the wall and flies across the room behind her.
The tapestries.
And you're just sort of there with the stake. And she's like, how opportune that you should find yourself here in the Gravemouth Key. Be careful where you poke your nose, little girl.
I knew I smelled a rat when I saw one.
I do hope you visit Illbrooke.
God knows she never went to class.
As she looks to the two that are holding you, Grillmore, and she goes, like, gestures, and they release you, and she goes, you may go and join the others. I trust that you will fulfill your instructions to the best of your ability. And they bow and
Do I notice? Does Grailmore notice anything about them that would cause any more familiarity?
perception, Grillmore. I guess anybody that wants to, but Grillmore, I'll give him a slightly lower DC since he's been held by them in very close proximity for the last, like,
Oh
Great.
yeah, that is a 23 on the perception.
27.
13 for me.
Um,
Don't worry about it.
I'm not good
so,
No one's taken knowledge of it.
I'm focused. I'm so focused on being polite in front of this woman.
And
'cause
the
I don't want
three
to
of
throw down
them-
right now.
she actually comes over and she goes, before you go, what did you get? 23?
I got a 23, yes.
27.
Nope, nothing? Okay. So, Grailmore, you look, and this is from your perspective, and this happens in like a split second. You see her do this, and they fucking jet. She whispers something in each of their ears, and the last one she whispers in, she, like, pulls the hood back to whisper in their ear, and it looks just like you. Just like you.
Welcome to Attack of the Clones.
The fuck did you do to clone me? What?
What?
How do you know you're not a clone?
Oh my god.
You're one of the
And that's what we end on tonight. That's actually where we will end tonight.
Yeah,
is with
that's
that
actually
reveal.
that's him. That like Grailmore is screaming out, "What the? What?" Or like he says, "Why the fuck am I looking at myself?"
We should always be looking inward.
And that's where we'll pick up. Cool, awesome. Thanks, guys. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us. You guys are close to leveling up. You're close to leveling up.
I think
Or
you are
even-
a clone.
Or even worse, I am a clone. Fuck.